Hi, my name is Jojo Mayer, and today I will answer some questions about choices. Well, that depends on what you want to do. If you want to document music in a certain way, you go to the studio. If you want to play and connect with an audience face to face, you have to play on stage. So I like both of them, and they're like different. They're kind of like white wine or red wine or chocolate or vanilla. They're both good. I would say to make money, it's the stage now, not the studio anymore. Well, I would have loved to play with Hendrix for sure, but if I had to make a choice, I would probably play with Armstrong, because he's the guy who started everything, or one of the guys. That depends, A cymbal factory is more mythological. A drum factory is more pragmatic. I think it depends on what type you are. If you like to spend a lot of work in one object, you have to work in a cymbal factory. A drum factory is more eclectic. You have to deal with many different things: hi-hat stands and snare drum strainer and different woods. So it depends on what type of guy you are. I would say also it depends on the music. Or a clear drum head gives you a bit more attack, and a coated head is a little bit more, a rounded sound. I used to play a lot of clear heads, and now I like to play more coated heads because they're a little bit more versatile. I would say move to Cracow, because the biggest city in the world today is in your pocket. We live in the time of internet, so with the business changing right now, you can create your own universe from your bedroom essentially. Then again, if you want to be in America, LA or Nashville, I think both places are equally fucked up. If you have a good voice, you should sing, or if you enjoy it. If you don't have a good voice and you don't enjoy it, maybe you should do dancing. I think you should do whatever allows you to express yourself in the best possible way. As a roadie for Buddy Rich, I think being exposed to one of the greatest drummers that ever lived every night would be a great thing. But I could imagine working for Bonham was probably an easier job. So depends on what you're looking for, once again. That again depends on the music. If I would play a rock gig, I could do it without the hi-hat. If I do a jazz gig, I could do it without the bass drum. I would probably have to take the gig with Rammstein, because I could not play the music of Meshuggah. It's really insane what Thomas is doing. Probably Meshuggah is probably a whole different experience. You deal with more of a spectacle, and Meshuggah is probably driving the music edge. Once again, depends on what type of guy you are. Well, that is a loaded question, because the reality is not like this or like this. The reality is in the middle. And I think as an artist, what I learned so far is that integrity goes a long way. I'm surrounded, and I worked for many people that were highly successful for a time, and then they were not successful anymore. And then I know people which are kind of in the middle and they have long careers. You know, I would say don't concern yourself with those questions. They're extreme. Just do what you believe you're here to do, and I think good things will come to you if you do it the right way.